right, and welcome once again, All Takes Valid, episode 49. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined once again with SP21 or Spence, my
We'll
main
see what's happening next, okay?
rhino. So, Vic, why don't you go ahead and give me a rundown for today's episode?
All right, so for today's episode again, episode 49. Today is March
26.
26th, 2021. It is currently 9:16 p.m. Eastern time. For those that are maybe on different time slots. So we're gonna be talking about
What's the weather?
what's the weather?
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Vick, the weatherman.
Well, right now it's nighttime, full moon tonight. But so we're gonna be talking about the trade deadline that just passed for the NBA, as well as the latest news around the NFL. Followed by, we're doing the continuation of all 32 teams, what we think they should do. How it works. For those that don't know, Patriots are next. They're picking at 15, and the Cardinals pick at 16. So we'll be giving each team our evaluation as to what they should do going forward, leading up to the draft. With that being said, everybody, you know what to do. Like the video, hit the subscribe button for the channel to get the latest, vids that we got coming out. So with that being said, trade deadline just passed. Spence, you know what to do.
Well, Spence had to go run real quick, so I'm actually start things off. So
All right.
we have a wild start or wild into the NBA trade deadline. There was quite a few moves that happened. Notably, I'm gonna talk about what happened with my boys to start things off, which the Miami Heat did acquire Victor Oladipo, uh, shipped out Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley along with a pick. Um, Victor's been trying to get to Miami for like 3 years at this point, seems like. So it only made sense that this trade happened. Um, LaMarcus Aldridge was bought out by the Spurs, and all indications are pointing that the Heat are going to be the team. They're pretty much the front runners. Nothing's officially official, I guess we'll say, is how I'll term it as of now. But
Sure.
from what everybody's saying, all the reports I'm seeing is it's only a matter of time now that he's been bought out before he lands in Miami as well. So I think that's going to be good for Miami going forward. Gives us a little more flexibility, especially I guess with bigs you could say. Bring in Aldridge. You got Oladipo. I know he's had some health issues the last couple seasons, but
He's still going to give you 20 points.
yeah. So you add that along with Jimmy, Bam, obviously. You got Tyler Hero. We kept Duncan Robinson. Those were the key things for me personally with any trade. It was rumored up until the end of the trade deadline that we were about to trade for Kyle Lowry. At the end of the trade deadline, or once the trade deadline got there, the Raptors decided that they weren't. They're going to keep it. And
Yeah.
that's fine by me because I would have took him, but if it meant losing either Hero or Duncan Robinson, who are significantly younger, does it do it for me personally. I'm good on that. Y'all can end of that again, he's gonna be a free agent next season. If he wants to come here, cool. You can bring him in at that point for free, but I'm not giving up any young pieces. And Pat Riley felt the same way. He said that, he expects that those two are going to become cornerstone players for the Miami Heat and very special players, which I could see that happening very soon for both Hero and Duncan Robinson. becoming superstars, as you know. So very good players right now. I like their ceiling, as you could say. Another team though kind of went the opposite direction. They kind of cleaned the house.
I got this one.
Okay,
I got
yeah,
this one.
yeah.
I got this. So the Orlando Magic has cleaned house apparently, letting go Eric Fournier. I mean, not Eric, Evan Fournier. I apologize. Aaron Gordon, and what's the other one? Oh no, not him. I'm gonna get to him. The other one, I can't remember, but we'll move on from that. So Aaron Gordon is a Nugget now. The Magic's got Gary Harris, who's I believe still injured, because his 2K player says he's still injured. So I guess he's still injured. And RJ Hampton, I believe. Okay. Cool, but you traded for a rookie, I believe, if not a second year, and a guy that's injured. Okay, sure. I mean, sure, it fixed the Aaron Gordon thing because he wanted to leave. All right, cool. They did that. Evan Fournier is now with the Celtics for 2 second-round picks, I believe. 2 second-round picks for next year's draft. Okay, fine. Evan Fournier was getting up in age. He was getting injured a lot. Sure, he was a scorer, but he wasn't really getting to the level they want him to. So yeah, let's move on. The problem I have with this is the other person they trade to Chicago Bulls, which will be Vucevic, their center. Their all-star center, they just re-signed for 4 years for $125 million. Who didn't ask for a trade, but you trade him. Why would you trade him? And not only you trade him in the same conference, you trade him in the same division. So you have to see him 4 times. So you trade your all-star center, who just made the all-star game for the first time last season, who's still healthy, who's still giving you numbers, who you just re-signed, and you trade him away. Why? He's not even up there in age. He's like, I think he's like, what, 28, 26? He's like 28, 27? Why? Why would you trade him? But okay, let's move on from that. The Hawks did a switch and swap. So now Rondo is in LA again, just on the other side.
You know,
he's on the other one.
He's on the other side of the war now.
Yeah, he's on the other side now. So now you had him, and now he's on the other one now. And Lou Will is back in the Hawks. Dang it. That means Lou Will is going to be in Magic City 2 times a week, getting lemon peppers. God dang it. On a serious note, though, I believe a lot of people's like, oh, man, the Clippers won, and Lou Will, man, they lost, man. I can't believe the Hawks did that. To be honest, both of these teams win, and here's the reason why. Let's just be honest. Kyler Hunter, I can't say his last name. I apologize. Sure, he's a good shooting guard, but he's not Lou. But what I think they're going to do, they're going to put Lou as 6 man, of course, to run the offense for them because Chris Dunn is injured. And they have no really good point guards like to run the offense. They have point guards, of course, but nothing like they can take over. So if Trey gets tired, Lou Will can get in and he'll continue the offense. So I believe both of these teams win because for the Clipper side, you have a veteran as Rondo can run the offense
since last year. So
they've
needed a point since last year.
And he's your point. He can run the offense. He can score. He's still got defense. He's still a dog. He can still do it.
All of this last year for that other team in LA. I guess the other team that well, you say the Clippers are in the basement, right? Isn't that what you say, Vic? So
right. So
y'all are upstairs, but it's not looking
right.
Like
y'all in the upper room. But we're gonna get to you. But not yet. We're gonna get to you. Other than that, the Bulls also acquired Daniel Thiessen from the Celtics for picks. I get it. Celtics is trying to, I guess, try to be a contender because playoffs is now coming up. They need to make moves. They're almost losing some games that are kind of questionable for them. So I get it. So they're trying to make a contender. 76ers did a solid trade. Austin Rivers got traded for George Hill for the third time in his career, thanks to his dad. Other than that, I mean, the winners of this is, of course, is us. Come on, Victor Oladipo, possibly LaMarcus Aldridge. A high possibility. And the Raptors able to keep Kyle Lowry. I mean, I get it. Why not? But I mean, if you're not gonna re-sign him, you might as well just trade him, try to get assets that y'all about to go in rebuilding mode real soon. So you might as well try to get assets while you can, because y'all about to be the same thing. But the losers of this, who is the loser of this?
I mean, I won't say they're the losers, right? I mean, they are the defending champs, but
Right,
a lot of people
right, the defending champs.
upset
But
they didn't make any moves. Which anytime what's funny is, as we always talk about the great sports debate page on Facebook that we have. Anytime we post that somebody's a free agent or is going to be available, what does everyone say? The Lakers. Like, everyone just feels like the Lakers
should be on it.
The Lakers are going to be
Draymond
on everything.
And Andre Drummond's free agent. Lakers. Marcus Aldridge out there. Lakers. Everything's Lakers. But guess what? Guess what? The people who stay on the upper room do absolutely nothing. While you're all-star power forward, what happened?
And they've looked a little lost, to say the least, without LeBron out there.
And they're about to look a little bit more lost, because now there's reports saying that the injury that LeBron had was probably 1 to 2, now turning to 3 to 4. So now, weeks, not months, weeks. So the whole month of April.
Think how many games are played for the NBA in a week.
And remember, this ain't the longevity 82 games they have. They're trying to compress it because the Olympics is only 3 months away. So all these games is like almost 3 to 4 games in a week. So you're telling me in the whole month of April is just going to be the Los Angeles Cavs? That's not gonna work, guys. That's not gonna work. The Lakers barely won against the 76ers. they were getting dogged by the Suns. Oh man, Lakers fans. Oh man, this is not the repeat that you want to see. But in free agency talk, all this right now is all looking forward to is that the East acquired a lot of players. There were some trades here and there in the West, but they're all trading for trade cap or just role players here and there. But if you want to talk big ones, it's Heat. I'll give Heat. Celtics, Nets, of course, because it's still got Blake, and the ones who just really obliterated is really the Magics, man. The Magics really went on complete rebuild mode. Cole Anthony's injured. Marcus Fultz is out for the year. Jonathan Isaac's still out. So now their only scorers that can really produce anything now that they have to look forward to is Terrence Ross and Michael Carter Williams. Magic fans, this is going to be a long season.
I think they set them back like 5 years. You talk about season.
Oh no, they set them back for a while.
Yeah. This is repeated history by the Orlando Magic.
But that's sad though. I get Aaron Gordon wants to leave. I get that. Cool. Trade Aaron Gordon. Evan Fournier, you want to let him go? Fine. I understand that. He's getting up in age. He's getting too much injured. Fine. Why would you trade your $125 million center who just went to All-Stars last year? Literally last year.
This is a repeated history by the Orlando Magic. Like,
Yeah, they did with Shaq. They did with Dwight. Yeah, I know.
It's not even just that. It's any star players that they have. The tenure there, like they don't spend a long time there at all. That's why it's just like to me. Shout out to all the Orlando Magic fans out there because I don't know how y'all do it. Like y'all can
I don't know how y'all do it.
loyal to this team that is quick to ship out your players, like your star players, and it's like it seems like every 5 years y'all are in a rebuild mode. Have some promise, and then
And you know,
just like
and you know
yeah,
the funny thing is, is that the GM that did the whole Shaq trade is still the same GM now.
So that says a lot.
Fire that man.
he needs to be
He's
fired.
been holding y'all championships for almost a century. Fire him.
Exactly. So it's just I don't know. I mean,
I just don't get it. Aaron, like I said, Aaron Gordon, I get it. He wanted to get out of there. Fine, get him out of there. Evan Fournier, I get it. He's getting up in age, too much injury prone. Get him out. But why would you trade your 125 million 4-year contract center who just made the All-Star game last season? That makes no sense to me. Now the Bulls has a center that can score now. Now you got Marketing and Vucevic. You got two bigs that can shoot. Two bigs. That floor is going to be spaced out. There's nothing but shooters now. That floor is going to be spaced out. Kobe White, Zach LaVine. Yeah. If you're a Chicago Bulls fan, championship might not be in the picture right now, but definitely playoffs, you guys might be there.
and speaking of playoffs, well, looks like the Miami Dolphins are making moves to and as well as the 49ers are making moves to secure themselves to potentially be in the playoffs and make moves for their prospective franchises as well. They had a big trade that happened today. Earlier today, I think it was around 2.
You're talking about picks on picks. I get you.
Yeah. So, Trey, you have the details on that?
All right. So give me a quick second here, but more or less, Miami swapped from the 3rd pick to move down to 12. They acquired a 3rd round pick this year, as well as a 2022 and a 2023 first round pick
From San Fran.
from
From San Fran.
Uh,
But wait, there's more.
Yeah,
that?
they actually they were not done at that point.
We have more.
They then decided to go back in and make a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles to move back up to 6 in this year's draft. The Eagles dropped down to 12. They swapped, I believe it's 3rd round picks.
They swapped 3rd rounds.
And they're sending a 2022 round pick to Philadelphia, which in turn helps Philly because Philly has the potential next season to end up with 3 first round picks, assuming that Carson Wentz plays 75% of the snaps.
The games, which he will.
Don't say that because he's only played 1 full season, so that's not, you can't say that.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Right, hang on. Let's cut real quick. So you're telling me with a better line and everything, you don't think Carson Wentz is gonna play 75 games?
He's made of paper as it seems.
He is, but
so, I mean,
his line is better.
Just because you have a good
line is way better.
You don't get hit. You still get hit.
I mean, of course you're still gonna get hit. It's the NFL. Of course you're gonna get hit. Nobody's gonna stop Aaron Donald. There's people that most linemen is not gonna stop. I get that. But he
at all the times that Carson Wentz has been injured, how does it typically happen?
Javane, Clowney.
No,
Well,
non-contact injuries actually.
Yeah. Non-contact.
That can happen. That can happen.
Hang on. Okay, I get that. But that Clowney one, that was a contact.
But my point is, most of the
But
time,
I get what you're saying.
Carson Wentz gets injured, it's usually when he's on the
Not
move.
doing it.
He's fearless. He likes to try to make something out of nothing. Like that his MVP can't season that he obviously didn't get. But he was scrambling and he went to dive into the end zone, got injured. I mean, that's just his style of play. But
right. But
whether you're in the pocket or not, I mean, he's shown it doesn't matter where that man is prone.
Injury prone. I got you.
To hit that tent at some point.
I got you.
But this ain't about Carson Wentz. This is about the 49ers moving up to pick number 3. And the Dolphins scratching my head at first when I seen that they moved back to 12. But then when they moved up to 6, I was like, okay, never mind. They're in a better position. Not top 5, but number 6, still a top 10 pick. They still have a chance to get the receiver that they want if that's the direction that they're still going. Obviously, quarterback, if all that noise is pretty much out the door at this point, especially if they were still interested in the Deshaun Watson, which that is a whole different subject in itself, just because everything that's going on lately. But I like what the 49ers are doing. Trayy mentioned that the other day. We were talking about it earlier today.
I think they heard one of the last podcasts.
I think John Lynch is a fan.
I said, you're a quarterback away. You need to do something and go get your quarterback. And I don't think you essentially gave up 2 firsts, basically, but essentially 3 because you swapped your first this year and then giving up 2022 and 2023. So it's one of 2 things. Are you going to really move up to take that tackle? Possibly. Or if you believe in Jimmy Garoppolo enough that you just want to secure him and protect him. But to me, you're not moving up, giving up 2 first-round picks for no tackle. I don't care.
They just re-signed Trent Williams, so
so is like I said before in the podcast. Do not be surprised if the 49ers take a quarterback. Because even though they said, oh yeah, we're not trading Jimmy, he's our guy. They're just waiting for the time that he gets injured. And then they're like, okay, we were prepared for this one this time. Go.
My thing though is, who do you take?
If I'm them, I'm taking Fields.
Well,
or Lance.
Honestly, that's who I think will be available to them.
Fields or Lance?
Fields.
Yeah.
But it all depends on what they value.
What they're trying to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, personally, either one would be a good fit. But I think Fields just has more. They have more tape on him.
But is he going to be there? Is the real question.
Well, what was that?
Are we sure what the Jets are doing? 100%?
I don't think. Honestly, I don't even think they're taking a quarterback at this point. I kind of feel like they're going to go a different direction than what we're expecting. I believe that they still believe in Sam Darnold. They're going to probably give him a chance, but it's tough. It's tough.
I agree with Vic. I think they're going to give Sam another try with this new coach. See how this works out. Maybe he can help. Defensively, it's going to be fine because he's a defensive coach. So usually defensive coaches usually get the defense right.
Now keep this in mind. The New York Jets head coach was the former 49ers defensive coordinator. So now my question is, what if John Lynch and I don't remember the guy's name. The head coach. Yeah, him. What if they're in communication and they have some insight in terms of like,
They know that Fields is going to be there, basically.
yeah, and that, or that they're not going to take Wilson at that number 2 position. Does that mean that they will basically they're going to pick Wilson? I mean, that's if the Jets stay pat at what they're at and don't trade back. So I mean, I think honestly,
Wilson's pro day
like
actually was. I was watching it a little bit earlier. He actually looked good in the pro day.
A lot of people's giving him high praise.
My thing though is me personally. I mean, he played 3 years.
So you have a lot of tape on him. So there's a lot of things that people can find or nitpicky about.
I don't know. I'm not sold all the way on him personally, but I mean the pro day, like him just actually throwing the ball looked good. If I could have a comparison, me and my boy were actually talking about it before we got on to do the pod here. We were watching the pro day together, and the comparison I saw is in between, kind of. It's you got Jay Cutler or Tony Romo. Somewhere you take that how you want, because Cutler with the Broncos, early Cutler, and even
I'm gonna say which Cutler I'm getting.
Cutler in Chicago for a little bit. Cutler, he was a starter. Like, he was solid. He was flinging the ball. And then Romo, I don't think he gets enough credit. We talk about him because of his non-playoff success, but Romo
had a good year.
Did his thing. So that's, I guess that's what I could see as far as maybe a ceiling type of thing for him, but I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he reaches that.
I don't know, because they saying Fields has Kansas City Chiefs Alex Smith, and that's
I mean,
pretty good.
In my opinion, I think Zach Wilson is probably the best option, and I don't know, for some reason something's telling me, just like, just looking at recent drafts, you see like quarterbacks, like typically the ones in the big programs that are quarterbacks, they typically don't pan out so well. And
it's usually the low name schools ones that
like
really just have amazing ones.
Exactly. It has me thinking.
Russell, I think Russell was an example, right?
Yeah, Russell, Aaron Rodgers when he went to California. At Cal. Yeah. I mean, obviously he fell the way he fell, but I didn't think he should have been drafted at 24. I believe that's what it was.
Right. I get you. Yeah.
It's that trend. Usually, and me personally, like, my 2 favorite quarterbacks in this draft is, besides the ones that's hyped up the most, Zach Wilson is one of them. He's definitely got a lot of buzz since we've gotten closer to the draft. But Kellen Mond from Texas A&M, I believe.
My boy was telling me about Mond, and I went and watched his tape.
That boy is special, and he's going to be a day 2 or day 3 quarterback.
And you know who I want to? If Pittsburgh could get him, he'll be there. He'll be there too. I don't think a lot of people is looking at him.
He will be there, because it is true. Not a lot of people have eyes on him.
Look, 4-year starter, got better every year.
Yeah, that boy kind of reminds me in some ways of, like, especially like when I see him run, do some zone reads and stuff like that, like somewhat of Lamar-esque, but not entirely on that level. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out a good quarterback comparison. In terms of like the NFL at the moment. Did you have one?
I definitely see Lamar-esque.
Yeah. I wouldn't. It's tough. It's like he has a little bit of a rust in him, but
I gotta watch him again.
But he's nice. He's real nice. He's special.
I think I'm getting him mixed up with somebody from.
And I feel like if he goes into the right, like, not getting right into the fire right away, like
Yeah, he's somebody you let sit for a year or two, develop, learn the system, learn the offense. Which think about it. Think about it.
In Tampa.
Nah, think about it.
You really think he's gonna be all the way at 32?
No, I mean, like I said,
a second, third round.
Yeah,
draft pick
he's
like
projected to be a day 2 or day 2 quarterback.
Okay.
So it's either second or third.
We'll see.
But yeah, you come sit in Pittsburgh for a year. Let's assume Haskins starts the next year. If that doesn't pan out, you're up, kid. Or saying you beat Haskins out.
You're up.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, of course.
Of course not.
Tampa, please go get him. Go get him. Learn behind the goat. I like that boy's talent. He got skills.
You said learn behind 7. Yeah.
Don't do that. Let them boys fall back.
Ooh, imagine
don't worry.
Like in the 4th, something crazy, something stupid like that.
I need them Steelers to lean back